Do you like the outdoors?
I hate the outdoors. I mean, all respect to what you do, Ray, but I think it's ludicrous, mate. Just get yourself, like, a nice sofa, FIFA and a bit of Sky Plus, you'll be all right.
I have. Campfire is my television. I mean,
it's rubbish, isn't it? I've got one channel, isn't it? Like fire, isn't it? Fire's good for a bit, isn't it? But it's not like War and Peace, is it?
The great thing about in the woods, and the telly in the woods, the campfire, all the humour's outside of the telly. It's not on the telly.
Oh, really? I think I still prefer my telly.
A lot's changed you recently. You've had a baby.
I've had a baby, yeah. Thanks very much.
Baby girl.
Little baby girl. It's really hard, isn't it, having a kid? Really hard.
They're not very good for fending for themselves,
no,
are they?
not yet, no. So it's fun, though. But
Are you enjoying it?
I am, yeah. But I had tonsillitis. Though, like, when my missus went into labour, I got tonsillitis.
Oh, poor you.
But you can't really bring it out, can you? Do you know what I mean? Like, because tonsillitis is quite bad. I know you're going for a bit of grief here, but tonsillitis is a bit tricky, isn't it, to deal with? So I didn't have any antibiotics for, like, 3 days. So I went to the doctors after the baby was born. I was so tired. I got no sleep for, like, a week. And I sat in the doctors and I had my big coat on and I fell asleep in the doctors, waiting for my appointment. I slipped off my chair, fell on the floor, and everyone in the doctors was like, "Oh, you're all right, you're right." Like, thought I fainted. And I just went, "Oh, I've got a sore throat." I look pathetic.
We were saying earlier that all the comedians recently have come on the show have had kids. Richard Herring, Russell Kane, Dave Gorman, Chris Ryan. Are you writing it into the script?
Well, no, I think the reason they've all come on the show is because they've all got kids and they've realised they've got to sell loads more tickets for their tour. Get me on stuff quick. I've got to shift some more tickets. I've got a kid now.
Your new tour kicks off soon. February the 4th, which means you can positively skip to work now.
Yeah.
Leave the sleepless nights
behind. I know. That's still a bit dodgy in our house because, like, you know, she's me looking after the baby and I'm going to be out, like, in hotels, staying overnight.
Yeah.
Getting
It's really hard, this hotel.
Yeah. It's so tough. You don't understand the torture as a performer. Yeah. Get home now.
Darling, this hotel doesn't have Sky Sports.
Yeah. So... They're going, yeah, we'll have another pint, yeah.
Sorry, hang on a minute. These Eggs Benedicts are overdone. OK? Sorry, what was that? She's not feeling...
It's called Mouth from the South. What's it about?
It's basically the funniest stuff that's happened to me in the last year, and I say it on stage. It's good, though. People like it. People turn up. It's sold really well. You can get tickets, robbeckettcomedy.com. It's just me being funny, basically.
Do you not have a theme running through it, then?
Sort of, not really. I sort of talk about... it's just funny, isn't it? I don't get bogged down in themes. No one goes, "Oh, I really want to go and see Rob Beckett. Oh, I love a theme." Do you know what I mean? I love themes.
He did a gig last night. He's still got all the gags.
I've still got the jokes written on my handle. I've tried to wash it off, but I used a Sharpie and it won't go anywhere.
So is it all new material then, and you're trying to remember
No, basically, I've not gigged for ages, so I'm trying to get back... there's a potential telly thing I might be doing, so I need to run through 10 minutes for that. So I just wrote down what I thought was my best 10 minutes. So I started to do that last night.
Do you get nervous then, coming back on, if you've not done it for a while? Do you lose your kind of stand-up muscle?
No, you do a little bit, but you get nervous, you've not done it for ages, but also... you get better because you've had that break from it, so then you come back and you realise how much you love it. Because I just love doing it so much. It's my favourite thing. I'll do it. I don't tell anyone. I'll do it for free. Do you know what I mean? But I've got a mortgage now, innit? But what worries me is I've got a proper grown-up. I've got like a wife and a kid. But look, this. I've got it. That pays for everything. This is my whole show. On that. So that, if I have to go for a remortgage. That's all I've got. I've got that.
Manager, I've got that.
No, honestly, people come and see this. So that's it. I've got no confidence. That's it. That's all my life.
We've got a footage of you actually doing some stand-up. It's from the Channel 4's Comedy Gala. Let's have a look. Here you go.
I've had a bit of an experimental year this year. Went to Proms in the park. I was a bit out of place, to be honest with you. It's really posh, if you've never been. Loads of middle-class people take over Hyde Park, right? They get drunk and listen to classical music. So I know what you're thinking, perfect night. It was a bit hard work. You know it's posh as well, because there was loads of old blokes with red trousers on. And if you're over 50 and you've got red trousers, you've either got a bit of coin or you're Father Christmas.
When you do that and all the comedians are there on that night, is there a lot of competition between you all?
Not really. It's sort of everyone looks after each other. But I hate watching myself, and that's annoyed me now because I've realised I missed the line out of that. I should have said if you're over 50 with grey hair and red trousers, you've got a bit of corny Father Christmas, and it's more funny because of the grey hair and the trousers. So I'm annoyed now all day because of that. I don't watch myself back, and now I'm furious with that. But that'll bug me forever. So that's what it's like as a comic. No matter that's me doing the O2, but I'm like, I didn't say grey, furious.
We've only got a minute left. You have become obsessed with buying vintage football shirts.
Mate, I've got an addiction to eBay. I'm just on eBay all the time.
What are you buying? Are they all Arsenal ones?
No, some Arsenal ones, but like just weird old ones. I've got like an England '96 kit with Shearer on the back, and it's got the England 4, Netherlands 1 thing on the front of
Right,
it.
yeah.
I've got an old Sweden shirt I bought. I'm trying to get this old Maradona Napoli away, but the bidding's getting out of hand, and I don't want to say how much it is because my missus is watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was saying the greatest ever football kit was the Coventry brown one. I just think that because it was just... I know it's brilliant because it was so different. I don't think anyone's come close to doing that. Do you know that one?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I thought Liverpool's Crew one
was good,
came
yeah.
fairly close, which is, the one that was beige, basically.
I like that kit.
But also, the old Chelsea, that's green, no, the green, sorry, the orange and grey.
Tangerine one,
and then what we said before there about the England Euro 96 away kit, the grey one, the Gazza wore when he slid and missed the ball, and they went well with jeans.
Went well with jeans, yeah.
That was great.
They were doing T-shirts.
I love that. Got me new boot cuts on from Burton. Bang on the England shirt.
You've got to send some pictures of you with your vintage shirts on.
Definitely.
I like it when people send it in and they get the ones they wore when they're a kid. And now this is with Sheffield Wednesday away from 1982.
Put the tiny kits on. I'll buy them off you as well. Send
Tweet them in.
Or put your dog in them.
No.
Stop putting dogs in things.
Then the sauce is beautiful.
Scallops like a sort of fishy marshmallow, isn't it?
As you know, Rob collects football shirts. He said earlier, vintage football shirts, don't you? What do you actually do with them?
Well, at the moment, that's a big argument in our house. At the moment, they're in a drawer to be announced where they're going to go. I don't know what I'm doing with them either, mate. I'm just going to have a big suitcase of them like a sort of Del Boy character.
He's become addicted to buying them.
So, Rob, all I need you to do, into that bowl, tip in all of that. Then tip in all of that.
I'm good at this type of cooking.
And then tip in, all of that.
Cool. See you next week.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do. Then we tip in all of that. So then in goes the butter. So you've got 2 sugars and you've got 1 ground almond. Then what we're going to do is rub this together.
I hope you don't make tea like that.
Why are there 2 sorts of sugars in it?
Really for texture and flavour. So what you'll get is that the white sugar will work with the ground almonds, so you'll kind of soften that. And then the brown sugar will become caramelised as you cook it. So you could just use 1 sugar if you wanted. If you just use the soft dark brown sugar, because what happens with that is it attracts a lot of moisture, releases a lot of moisture. It might well be when you leave the cake, it starts to seep a little bit. So by having just a little bit of the other suger, so you want the sweetness in there.
You regret you asked, didn't you? I'll stop listening when you said sugar 5 times.
Yeah. Like convincingly.
You need the sugar, mate. That's what. Just do it. Yeah. All right. It makes it a nice cake.
And then.
Oh, it's not very good, is it? Why is it? Why are you
mate?
It's just gone all over my head.
Only a little bit.
Yeah.
I've got to let you into a little secret. You know when you asked Richard Blackwood to do Zest, and he didn't know what was... He thought, like, he'd been sort of, like, taken by aliens. I watch that once a week. Because it makes me happy. Poor man. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. He just wouldn't stand down from it, would he? Just every angle, trying to get a bit of zest off a lime.
I think it's probably the most talked about clip on the show that we've ever done in 9 years of working together.
Oh, I love it. No, I'm getting into it, mate. It's like mindfulness, this. Just chilling.
Half of it into there.
Half of it, yeah?
Yeah, half of it. Then as it goes in...
It's hard to know if you've done half because it's different bowls, isn't it?
I've been living in Dubai for a while. Yeah,
How long have you been living in Dubai?
5 days.
5 days.
Nice.
But I moved back from Dubai.
That's enough, though, isn't it, Dubai? 5 days. It all gets a bit samey, doesn't it?
So I moved
I mean,
back
I like
yesterday.
hotels, but...
So
when
I
that's
moved
all
back
there is.
yesterday.
I had peanut butter at Christmas and my mouth all got swollen. It's weird, isn't it?
Are you allergic to peanut
No, well, a bit, not fully. I'll give it a go. We'll see what happens, but I'll be all right. I've come this far. Let's find out.
I hear recently...
We're only going to find out one way.
You only found out that raisins were dried grapes.
Yeah, I didn't know raisins used to be grapes.
No? In a previous...
No one told you. I just had a pack of sun-made raisins. I thought, what's she knocking about the grapes for? And then my mate told me, but I didn't know. Yeah. If you don't get told, you don't know. And I found out, I was saying before, we only eat lady chickens. I said this the other night or something. Yeah. We don't eat male chickens.
Because they're cockerels, yeah.
Yeah, but is it just me that we only eat lady chickens? Did we all know that?
Do we only...
Did we?
Do we only eat cows and not bulls as well?
Cows are for milking, kind of bulls are for eating. So when you see pictures of...
Pardon?
When you see pictures of cows on restaurant menus and they've got udders, they're dairy cattle.
I don't know what you're up to in Dubai, mate.
It's a really delicious bit of cake to have. You can have it with the yogurt, but it's just quite a nice cake. It stays moist. Because we've got the double sugars in there, it stays really, really moist. You've got some good flavour in there. The base is different to the top, so you've got it a little bit kind of crispy on the base. They're nice and soft on top of there. You've then got your pistachios on there.
That's well nice.
Nice, isn't it?
And my mouth's not swollen. Thanks for it. No, it didn't take long. It was all right. Thanks.